time is 8:50 in the morning time on this Tuesday morning, November 14th, 2017. It is time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Tuesday morning, November 14th, 2017. Good morning to you all this lovely Tuesday morning, November 14th, 2017. It is 8:50 in the morning time on this Tuesday morning. Top story of Peter Show morning news is Jeff Sessions likely to be questioned about Trump campaign dealings with Russians at the House Judiciary hearing. Whether Roy Moore wins or loses, there is no good outcome from Senate Republicans. More than 15 people described sexual harassment on Capitol Hill as nothing about it felt right. What we know about Trump Jr.'s association with WikiLeaks. Donald Trump's Polynesian vacation is finally over, as could it have been worse? Tampa police investigate new murder in Seminole Heights neighborhood targeted by a serial killer. Escaped North Korean soldier fights for life after being shot by guards while crossing DMZ. Trump's Asia trip was mostly for U.S. citizens until, was it? Russia used the disinformation to sow discord in the West. Britain's Prime Minister said, "I miss the Prime Minister is the anti-hero of Pirates Marathon." GOP tax pledge could fuel the summer revolt against Trump. Halted the tragedies on a frontier hazing. Sandy Hook gun case sends the state Supreme Court. Trump court forgot to mention he's married to a White House lawyer. Lebanese head of the Maronite Catholic Church made his historic first trip to Saudi Arabia to meet with King Salman bin Abdulaziz on Tuesday. In wrapping his 12-day Asia tour on Tuesday, President Donald Trump held a 5-nation trip successful and promised a major announcement upon his return. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani visited earthquake ravaged on Tuesday in the aftermath of a 7.3 magnitude quake that killed more than 450 people. Google is paying tribute to the whole country with a new doodle. The Department of Homeland Security said it will conduct a biological weapons stimulation test at a small Oklahoma town, which was the nerve of many residents there. Visitors in Washington, D.C. who want to protest President Trump as a sleep will have a new anti-Trump hotel to stay at next year. Charlie Baker piles on Attenborough's mail Paul Heroux. Random act of kindness touches Vietnam vet in Attenborough. Hunted underway, but Attenborough registers lag. Taylor Swift waiting for it. Singer and announcer stayed to that includes Foxborough. General Electric slashed dividends in half. 3 reasons it's not all bad news. AWS has exited China, but Amazon didn't sell the fiscal assets that combined with the Chinese law. Tesla, SpaceX, Director Jefferson on leave after misconduct claims while Tesla is a hotbed for racist behavior, worker claims in suit. Look at that. Stocks now. Up 17.49 points to 23,439.70. S&P 500 up 2.54 points to 25,84.84. And Nasdaq up 6.66 points to 6,757.60. Thousands of scientists issue bleak second notice for humanity. Dream chase a complete successful client test. Rare frilled shark with unusual teeth and snake-like head right off Portugal coast. Sailing cargo ship delivers holiday goodies and starts to the space station. On the new guidelines, millions more Americans will need to lower blood pressure. U.S. improves digital pill that tracks when patients take it. World's earliest evidence of winemaking found in Georgia. Bill Gates joins the fight against Alzheimer's, and it's personal. Peter Channel News time is 8:54 in the morning time on this Tuesday morning. Time now for a sports report. Boston Bruins will Boston Celtics will be taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Game time, 7 o'clock in Brooklyn, New York. Patriots stay in the road to prepare a game for Mexico City against the Oakland Raiders. Kyrie Irving has played with face mask before. It went pretty well. Jake Cutler coming into the Dolphins to provide them despite loss. And LeBron James, quarterback Lee Cavs, charging fourth to top next 104, 109, 101. Peter Joe News time is up first at 8:55 in the morning time on this. To the morning, time now for Trevor returns to the pot. Baby! Let's study off on the MBTA where we're in the trains and consider smarter lanes and serves between Kendall, MIT, and Charles MBTA stations today due to a speed restriction. Orange line space and minor delays between Markles and Roxbury Crescent for today due to a speed restriction. Pittsburgh train 410, 800, 8 a.m. Inbound is up in 5-10 minutes. We have to get between North Lewiston and North Station due to late arrival equipment. No service alerts affecting the Frank line today. Okay. All right. Take a look at our wizard byways of New England. 146 on both ends is backed up between 146A Route 99 and Lincoln Stretch. 99 and northbound side, so from 126 Lincoln to Route 122 in Woonsocket. 95 southbound side, so Pawtucket and Scrivens and outside Providence. 95 on the northbound side, so around 114 in Pawtucket. 195 westbound side, so between Seacock and downtown Providence. 95 on the northbound side, so from Route 37 Wark all the way to Route 195 in Providence. 95 on the southbound side, slow around Route 37 Wark. 295 on the northbound side, slow around the West Wark to Route 12. 295 on the southbound side, slow around Route 6 in Johnson. 95 on the northbound side, slow around Route 4 in East Greenwich. Jamestown to Newport and Battle Bridge is on. Looking good. Out of the gate. 28 on the northbound side, little slow Border Worry. Route 6 in the eastbound side, little slow after Route 149 in Barnstable. 44 on westbound side, little slow before Route 20 in Middleborough. 485 on the northbound side, it's slow from Route 16 in Milford all the way out to Route 9 in Westboro. Mass Pike eastbound side, little slow before Route 45 out in Westboro. 95 on the northbound side, it's slow between Route 27 in Sheridan, Route 128 Canton. 24 on the northbound side, so from Harrison Boulevard, 85 on Route 128 Canton. Route 53. 3 on the northbound side, so from Third Street, hanging out of the Braintree Split. 120 on the northbound side, so from 28 Randolph area to Route 138 in Canton. 7 expressway on the northbound side, it's slow from the Braintree Split all the way out of Dorchester. 120 on the northbound side, it's slow from Route 135 in Needham all the way to Route 20 in Waltham. Mass Pike eastbound side, so from Route 9 in Framingham all the way down to the Prune Tunnel, Mass Pike westbound side, so from Lawyer Airport down to South Boston. 7 expressway on the northbound side, so from the Braintree Split all the way down to South Boston. 93 on both ends, slow in the downtown Boston stretch. Mass Pike westbound side, it's slow for the Newton Quarter. 93 on the southbound side, it's slow from Route 125 and North Andover all the way down to Zinc Bridge in Boston. Route 1 on the southbound side, so from Railroad down to Boston. 700 Cal is looking good. Mass Pike westbound side, so looking down to South Boston. 93 on both ends, downtown Boston are backed up. 120 southbound side, so from Linfield all the way to Waltham. 3 on the southbound side, so from 45 Lowell down to North Millwood and Hillbridge Dam before Route 128 Burlington. 120 on the northbound side, it's slow at the Peabody stretch. 45 on both ends, slow around Route 3 in Lowell. 485 on the southbound side, it is slow around Route 93 in Andover. To 98 eastbound side, it is slow from Auburn all the way to Route 9 in Worcester. 146 on the northbound side, slow before 290 in Worcester. Out in Western Massachusetts, 91 on the southbound side, slow from Watley all the way to Northampton. 91 on the northbound side, slow at the Hatfield stretch. 91 on the southbound side, so from 3 there in Chickabiddy down to downtown Springfield. Mass Pike westbound side, it's so around 291 in Springfield. Route 20 westbound side, also Winslow, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side, it's so from Route 75 in Winslow all the way to downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 91 on the northbound side, so from Middletown to downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 84 eastbound side, so from Farmington all the way to downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 84 westbound side, also East Hartford, Connecticut stretch. 84 both ends, it's slow at the Prospect stretch. 95 on the southbound side, so from Guilford all the way to Brentford. 95 on the northbound side, so from West Haven to Wayne, Connecticut. 95 on the southbound side, so from Westport to Norfolk, Connecticut stretch. Merritt Parkway westbound side, so from Fairfield all the way to New Canaan. 93 on the northbound side, a little slower at 8 on Concord, New Hampshire. 93 to southbound side, it's slower at 393 in Concord, New Hampshire. And Interstate 89, southbound side, slower at St. Albans stretch. Peter Chill News Time, approaching 9 a.m. on this. To the morning, and it's time now for a weather report and looking at the radar satellite loop, and it shows radar satellite loop shows clouds coming a bunch of New England, snow showers coming around the Worcester area, stretching around western Worcester County, Wycombe, and Westmore, and some snow showers down in western eastern Holyoke, and snowing around Enfield, Connecticut. Rain showers around the Harvard, Connecticut area, rain around Woodford, around the New London, Connecticut, and snow, sleet, and rain showers south of Tallinn, Connecticut. Rain showers between Old Saybrook all the way down to New Haven, Connecticut. Rain around Kent County, down around Newport County. Snow for much of Providence County, and down around North Attleboro, Mass. And clouded up for much of the region. Snowed around Plattsburgh, New York, and snowed enough of Montreal. Snowed down around south of Rochester, New York, and rated around Rochester, New York, and rated down around southwestern New York, and snowed enough central Pennsylvania. And some rain showers off the eastern coast of Long Island, and snow and rain showers down around eastern tip of Nova Scotia. .36 degrees on temperature with a humidity at 96% and barometer 3.31 inches, and it is rising slowly. And it is a cloudy start to your morning over the reservoir in Norton. And 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For today, mostly clouds got about 42 degrees, not for about 6 miles an hour. For tonight, mostly clouds got about 300 degrees, not for about 3 to 5 miles an hour. For Wednesday, mostly clouds got about 45 degrees, not for about 5 miles coming in the afternoon. For Wednesday night, chance of showers may after 5 a.m. Increased clouds about 35 degrees. Light southeast wind just based 30%. For Thursday, showers like maybe before noon. Mostly clouds got about 52 degrees. Southeast about 8 miles an hour, but west in the afternoon just based 7%. Thursday night, podcast about 32 degrees. Friday, sunny podcast about 45, about 26 degrees. For Saturday, showers like maybe afternoon. Mostly clouds got about 54, about 42 degrees. Just based 7%. Sunday, church showers, plenty sunny podcast about 40, about 29 degrees. Just based 30%. And for Monday, most clouds got about 42 degrees. Currently in Donald is overcast and it's 39 degrees and Norton is overcast 36. That's going to be it for Peter Cello Morning News on this November 14th, 2017 on Tuesday morning. Peter J. wishing you have a good morning, good day, and I'll see you at noon time for a noon time report. Hope you have a good morning.